This guy's super boring because he's just
Yeah, the
croc.
two on the right are interesting.
This guy I feel like is also
The first one looks more like a dragon to me.
We'll do this. A, B, C.
B
Yeah, he
and
does have more of a
C.
dragony feel.
B and
Maybe not
C,
him.
they're great.
Yeah, I like P better because he looks more or less kind of like an amalgamation of lizards.
Like B better? Yeah, he almost has like a frog type look too, but
No, I was thinking more of an iguana, like has like this frill under on its neck that it will like
oh yeah, there's
go
like
out either during for intimidation or mating purposes. It's a fun thought. So anyway, I like B. Yeah, B.
B is good too.
Yeah, I have to do. So now I know I like these heads. I can go into bodies, or I can try to think like we were talking about, like, oh, which one's going to be harder to animate? Probably this guy because he's got two sets of spikes. Like those spikes repeat on the other side. And this guy.
I just like put him in clothes and pretend. I just put him in like thick clothes. So
exactly. That's one of the problem solving. If he has a shirt that covers up his entire back, and you only have to draw like two spikes, hey, problem solved.
Be right back.
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just scoot these guys over. I have to do some bodies because I didn't do bodies. You guys already did your bodies. So if you are pretty happy with your head and your body, you can start moving on into clothing design and take a look at archers in particular because he is an archer. Get an idea of what they wear. While I work on my bodies a little bit here, I feel like this guy would be more broad and squat.
All right, I'm back. What I missed?
Nothing.
Bodies. If you like one of your designs already, you can move on to clothes and look at archer clothing in particular. Maybe I can go ahead and add some of that to the Pinterest board for you guys. Look up Pinterest. Log in. All right, let's look for archer clothing.
So wait, does he have like a little gun or a bow and arrow?
That's true. You can do a crossbow if you prefer. Especially if your lizard doesn't have very long arms and you can't imagine him pulling back a bow, then crossbow might be the answer to that.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, doesn't the cat do that already?
A crossbow?
Or no, the cat already has like a little gun she shoots.
Yeah, well, it's up to you how you want to divvy up your weapons. You can also do some other kind of projectile, slingshot. Because sharpshooter, that doesn't really say archer. I just thought of an archer since that's a long distance archetype that I can easily research. That's not bad. A big coat. Or just for kicks, let's see if there's anything under strategist clothing. Nope. Let's try strategist clothing RPG. A little bit better.
You know, if I ever go back on all of these designs, like, you know, do like an official lineup, I think I might try to like simplify them a teensy bit.
Yep, simplification is good. There's a quote about designing saying, you know you're done when you can't take anything else away without compromising the design. rather than there's no more to add. No, think about there's no more to take away.
Oh, dang it, I lost my pen. Hey, part of me kind of regrets, like, wishes you put some more stuff about sharpshooters, because now I'm having trouble remembering what a sharpshooter would even look like.
Usually just means you're good with a gun, that you can like shoot something from very far away, like a sniper.
A marks person.
A marksman, yeah. Robin Hood, probably a sharpshooter. Annie Oakley maybe would be described as a sharpshooter. But we're not doing Old West, so that probably doesn't help. You can also go the way of him being a strategist and former royalty. He might just kind of fancy.
He was former royalty?
Oh wait, was he? Or is that another character? Let me look at my animation brief.
I think you have a different character in mind.
I think I do. Yeah, it's not him. Never mind. But he is a strategist, so he might have glasses or...
Like, as far as I know, he's a liar and a sharpshooter and a strategist.
Yes. So on the strategist front, you can play up that if you want to. There's a few more things on archers in the Pinterest board. Let's see if any of those help. Let me look up Chinese archery.
A lot of women. A lot of women.
Yeah, I'm surprised that there's more ladies in the fantasy stuff than men. Usually it's vice versa.
It's okay. I searched up boy. I should have probably searched up men. And now just a lot of t-shirts. A lot of like dudes in archer t-shirts.
Yep, that's what makes research difficult.
So I have to search up D&D then, I guess. I have to search up a D&D ranger. Once again, I gotta search up ranger man. Man. And a lot of these are like either like really grand or. But in my head, I don't imagine this dude as like a grand dude. Like I imagine like he tells like the stories to compensate. So I don't imagine him in like these grand clothes or like these really like earthy, like loose robes or whatever. I don't imagine either of those. Also, it's not a necklace, but like a lot of them have like fur around their necks.
They have what around their necks?
Like a fur lined, I guess.
Could be because they're out hunting in the cold.
Oh yeah, and also they're really nature themed. I just remembered, like they're good with the nature and they're so they can like.
Yeah, that's part of D&D and specifically, but not all archers were rangers. So
Yeah, well, like Pinterest is failing me on like just male archers. The closest thing I could get were
Robin
like
Hood.
little boys.
yeah,
Little
Robin Hood.
modern little. What?
Robin
Robin
Hood.
Hood.
You can try looking up Robin Hood. He's an archer. That's a guy.
Oh, I forgot about him. I always think of like the fox.
There's usually some pretty neat archery gloves also, if you can look that up. I put a couple on the board, but there's different designs out there.
Vintage uncut 1940s Robin Hood, Marion paper doll laser repo. Well, that's closer. Maybe these little paper dolls would help.
I can look at my big guy better than the skinny one. I'll need a horny toad reference.
Do they have teeth? Oh wow, they drink water through their skin.
Cool.
Also, I might give them round pupils. I can't tell whether they have. It's hard to see whether they have like round pupils or slit pupils because their eyes are so dark.
I wouldn't worry too much about being scientifically accurate. It is a cartoon.
Yeah, I just prefer. That's just how I prefer to be. You know, the way this guy's horns, that I'm drawing him, they remind me of like people who aren't very good at drawing lizards draw like, you know, lizard characters.
People who aren't very good.
Yeah, you know, so it's like the, or at least like a pop. Maybe that's a wrong word. More like just like the default, the shapes that people tend to default, especially when they're drawing like kobolds.
Well, I thought the alligator and the dragon were were pretty good lizard defaults there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people like don't, or like that's hard to draw. I'll admit that's hard to draw. So it's like they tend to draw like really like short faced, like big eyes, you know, big either horns or ears or whatever. Like that's the shapes people tend to default to when they draw like little lizard characters. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like that's what I notice people tend to default to.
Mm.
Oh geez, I've sounded really judgy. Ugh.
No, that's what you do is you figure out what you think is good and what you're not that excited about.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Army almost doesn't want to draw him with sleeves because I like the idea of having like, little spikes on his arms. I don't know, maybe I'll go with it, maybe I won't.
As long as it's not too hard to animate.
Yeah, I think I'll do like the classic, you know, like really simplified. Oh, they have really small tails. These guys have... You think it's okay if I just, like, for the clothes, I just don't draw one of his arms, so that way it's like it doesn't get in the way?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's like, I like the pose, but then it's like, if I draw his arm here, it's gonna be super awkward.
I have to figure out where to put him in the lineup so that that arm doesn't show, if that's possible.
Oh no, this is the concept art. I'm gonna draw him with two arms in the final. Yeah. Man, I really love having the lasso tool.
Lasso tool?
Yeah, like, to like lasso things and move them.
Oh, for moving, yeah. I thought you meant you were drawing with it. I'm like, how?
Yeah, hey.
I've heard of people using the lasso tools to like shade.
Yeah, for shading and for painting, yeah, I've heard of that, but not for thumbnails.
I wonder, should I give him a little hat?
Cute.
Should I? Because it seems like a trope, but at the same time, I'm worried it'll like ruin the general shape of his head.
Gotta sketch it out and take a look.
Oh no, no, never mind.
Just duplicate the head.
Yeah, just copy the head.
One,
hat on
do
it.
some with and some without.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess it kind of like makes him seem less intimidating, or like, this guy isn't intimidating. I'd say more shifty. Okay, yeah, he can have a tiny hat. Yeah, the tiny hat is cute. Okay.
More paper. Ooh, your bird is so cool.
Oh yeah, I changed her pose around because it was too similar to the mouse, so then I had to.
Oh, your mouse is great. You didn't even have the mouse last week. Whoa, he looks like a flower. She looks like a flower fairy.
Yeah. Oh, she does. Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow, I see it now. I was busy doing something and I just saw him like, wow.
No, I just looked up too from drawing and they both look fantastic. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they're kind of coming along.
Oh, wow, they're just looking great. I'm not sure that Kriya had colors before, but yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, they look fantastic.
Color them all this week because I don't think I had them. I think I only had Diggory at that time. I gotta catch up.
Wonderful.
I like how he's wearing little glasses. Oh no, I accidentally cropped my file.
Oh no. Undo, undo, undo.
Undo, yeah. Next to the lasso, the undo. So great.
Hi. Hey, if you want me to pick you up, you have to come to me.
Oh, you're speaking to your dog, right?
Yeah. He's just standing there looking at me, wagging his tail. And he wants me to go over there and pick him up. It's like, I'll pick you up and put you on the bed, but you have to be within arm range.
I have that discussion with my cats all the time. My experience is they don't care what I say. They want what they want.
There you go. There he is. There he is. Okay. Ouch. Claws. Okay, now you want up to... Nope, she doesn't. Okay. Guy. Hey, little guy. Hi. Oh no. What did I just close out? Okay, nothing. My computer is acting very wonky for some reason.
Oh, I hate that.
Save often.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, ironically, like I hear some people talk about, oh man, my art program closed on me in the middle of drawing again. But I've never had Fire Alpaca crash.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, I don't really like this the second drawing's like expression, but feels like it's coming along.
As long as there's some progress.
Oh, great, I lost my reference pictures. Now I gotta go find them again. And also now my mouse is invisible when I'm on Internet Explorer, huh? That's a thing.
That's weird.
I have no idea why that's happening. I'm just gonna close and just try to remember.
Is it in your browsing history? It might be so far back it's just easier to look them up again.
It's like my mouse is just invisible. Like I can see
Right.
like it's there because like stuff will highlight when I'm hovering over it, but it's not easy to navigate. Okay, I found Pinterest. Listen, listen, for it. All the light gently one day. Jolly one day.
Just about a half hour left.
Listen to the radiation. Let me back in circulation. Oh no. You are dead every day. Hey, can I share what I've been doing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Here's this little man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming along.
Yeah. Not too fan of like his face, but I am kind of getting there. Ish. Like I lost the reference. It just won't show up any. Oh, won't show up anymore. And I'm trying to mix like two things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make him too like dark. I'm trying to like figure out whether I want to make him like dark or light or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like in one archer I found it looks kind of more like a joke. Like I want to say like jovial is the best word I can describe. But I also found like a dark Robin Hood who wears a hood
Oh, and a
and
mask and
like dark colors.
vigilante style.
Yeah, and part of me kind of feels like I've already got like edgy characters, like for this specific project.
Feet. They don't really look like bird feet. Mine are looking like bird feet.
Bird feet rather than lizard feet?
Yeah.
One, sorry, I'm trying to think. One thing that's different from lizards and birds is lizards kind of have fat in their legs. Kind of like it gets skinnier the closer you get to the actual foot. The closer you get to the body, it gets kind of fat when it gets towards the legs.
Oh.
It's true on some lizards, yeah. They also
That is
seem to walk more plantargrade, huh? They don't walk on their toes. And those
Yeah.
ones I'm looking at, they walk on the whole foot.
Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely do that.
Lots of long, spindly toes, but not
Oh yeah, they have very long toes.
difficult to animate. So I'm probably going to simplify mine down into more like dragon claw style, dragon toes.
I think they can be done simply. Oh wait, no wait, I just remembered like, oh, never mind. I just remembered like, oh wait, you're not doing this kind of lizard. Never mind. What lizard did you go with, Betsy?
I went with horny toad, but his face is getting kind of dinosaur looking, so I'm trying to bring that back in. Let me show you guys. Maybe it's just because he's so
I feel like it's
big.
probably the brows, like such strong brows. He reminds me of an Aragonian.
Yeah, I was looking at. Oops, not that one.
Aragonian. What's an Aragonian?
It's a lizard people species in Skyrim.
Oh, never played Skyrim. I was going off this guy looking forward, and he had a pretty heavy brow, but
You can look that up real quick. They're like,
he's also not as spiky as this guy. But now I'm thinking maybe it's just because he's so big, he looks like a dinosaur.
yeah, I think those are smaller than that typically.
Let's try shrinking him down. Probably bigger than a mouse, but smaller than a bird. And that kind of helps.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe those side spikes are just a little too big too. Those look a little chunky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. I like Aragonians, not because of their look specifically in games, more like I just kind of like the option to play a lizard person. Albeit 90% of the time when people make lizard people, they always make them look as unappealing as possible, either because they're evil and supposed to be not pretty, or because they just don't know how to render lizards appealingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think lizards get a kind of a negative rap, like spiders and stuff. It's hard to imagine, even though we've all read Charlotte's Web. Spiders get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Should I give my little lizard man boots?
Yeah.
Like little feet? I kind of like claws. I like the claw look, but I don't know if I want to. Oh geez, I keep forgetting about the mouse disappearing.
So far, all of mine have been barefoot, so I think I'm just gonna keep on. Keep on,
Yeah,
keep
true.
on.
Honestly, same. I think the only person who might not be barefoot is the mouse I drew, albeit her skirt is so long that you cannot see her feet, so it's
Yeah, it's the
possible.
same with mine. Yeah.
And I want to find some Robin Hood stuff. And I like Robin Hood, albeit one of the things I dislike is when fairy tales look really different.
Mhm.
And I just like when it's like Disney releases a big Cinderella or, like a fairy tale movie, and then suddenly all of the interpretations are being based off of that one interpretation, and they all kind of solidify.
Yeah.
I've never really liked that. And it's, albeit I guess maybe it's kind of faithful because I'm looking at like something from the 1940s, and it does kind of look like a regular, like the Robin Hood from the Disney movie. So I guess his look was all pretty solidified by the time they made that movie, I assume. I forget when they made that movie.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of in the middle there, right, with Jungle Book and that. I could be wrong.
I feel like Walt died before Jungle Book was released, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to figure, was he alive during Robin Hood? I don't know.
Robin Hood is the book, though, right? Maybe his description is just really described well in the book as wearing a feathered cap and green tunic and all the stuff we know and love about Robin Hood.
Yeah. Yeah, true enough. I just don't want to make this guy like pure Robin Hood because he's not heroic. Like, I don't think he's evil. Like, I don't think he's malevolent, but I don't think he'd exactly go out of his way to help someone without an incentive.
Probably.
I really like the first like thumbnail I did where I gave him like really more stylized limbs, but these guys that I'm currently drawing like aren't nearly that stylized, so it would look weird.
Yeah, you'd have to make them all consistent. Even if you go with noodly arms or something else, then as long as they all have it.
Yep. So, Mikey, did you ever see that show Once Upon a Time?
I did. Some of it, I stopped watching around when they did the Frozen crossover.
It was the best parts you saw then. But that was fun, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I had a fun, and part of me kind of wants to go back, but I feel like I'd have to watch the entire show all over again because like there's just like that show is like minute by minute, just like a new story thing, new story
Yes.
thing, new story thing.
And things come back at you, and you have to remember now. Where did we see that guy before? What was he doing? And what it went on for years, 5 years or more. But I ended up watching every bit of it because I just liked the first part so much.
Oh yeah. Does that have anything to relate to what?
Well, when you were saying you didn't like to see everybody do things the same, it was fun to see things reimagined. And they definitely reimagined so that Peter Pan was a bad guy.
Ah.
Captain Hook was fairly
He's a terrible man and a neglectful father. Spoilers, I guess.
and Rumpelstiltskin was
I wouldn't say he's good.
of Beauty and the Beast. They were the same character. And you know, a lot of things like that.
Spoiler warning, Betsy, you might want to edit Once Upon a Time spoilers warning.
Oh, this video.
Oh yeah, we're spoiling it, but you'll forget because it's so complex. It's just all reimagined and
yeah.
macrame together so that all the different stories are one story.
Yeah, I remember one of the most confusing things that I found it frustrating was, I don't know what happened to the actor who played Jiminy Cricket, but I guess something happened to him. And then, like, to explain in show, they just, like, turned him into a cricket and made him unable to talk. And I always thought that was, like, one of the most frustrating things ever, and I hated it. What about you?
I just liked the whole thing. I mean, I was kind of amazed at everything they did, and I was impressed. I thought, I never thought of that. I would have never thought of any of it.
Yeah, true, yeah. You know, eventually it's like my mom started watching it again without, like, watching, like, the stuff she missed. She just started, like, watching random episodes. And it was so weird just seeing, like, a bunch of stuff changed without any explanation, or at least...
Oh, yeah, if you didn't follow along, it was truly, I don't think you could enjoy it at all. It's not that, it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. You know, I did see some of the Frozen stuff. And part of me felt kind of like, since they did the Frozen stuff, it kind of felt like it wasn't exactly about, like, fairy tales anymore. It was just about Disney properties now.
I felt the same way because that, you know, Frozen is not a classic. It's a Disney.
Yeah, like, they based off, like, the Ice Queen stuff, so maybe if they just kept it, like, Ice Queen related, then maybe, but nah. They also gave them an evil aunt, who's the reason why Elsa has her powers?
Question mark?
Yeah, but they were reimagining it, so it
reimagining it. There you go.
Nothing that you knew before counts.
Yeah, although I don't think anyone in the Frozen community ever watched those episodes, because I never hear anyone, when they talk, whenever someone talks about the movie, I never hear anyone mention that.
I always thought it was kind of strange just when I saw the commercials, because Frozen is fairly, you know, for the little kids, and I'm pretty sure little kids weren't watching Once Upon a Time, so...
Probably not.
Yeah, who that was for exactly.
The parents of little kids have all seen
parents of little kids, maybe,
multiple times.
Yeah, I remember when it's like, I got kind of frustrated when they kept, like, giving the main character lady new love interests. Because I forget which I liked. I forget whether I liked Pinocchio better, or I liked the Jack Sparrow or Captain Hook or whoever he was.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I know, I remember feeling frustrated when Pinocchio turned from an adult man back into a little boy.
Yeah.
Because I guess I get why they would have done that, but it was so weird to me. Like, I don't know if I'll ever like plots where it's like, oh, but then then he turned into a child, and now he has a chance for redemption. Like, that's always feels like a weird plot.
Yeah.
I always get tired of the like Dragon Ball Z where everything it's the ultimate, and then but now he's going to morph into the ultimate, and that's it until next time he's in trouble, and then he morphs into the ultimate.
Ultimate.
Have you seen the new, like, apparently there's a movie where their hair turns blue now?
No, I never got into it just because of that. It never ended. There was no ultimate. It was just the next level all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Superman, he's got his powers, but he doesn't get new powers every week.
Yeah.
Or at least he didn't, at least since, like he doesn't anymore. In the original comics, he did, though.
That's true. But he was growing up, so, he was finding his powers.
Oh no, I'm having trouble drawing him now. Things happen, things that fight, things that go hard. You ever have that thing where it's like you're drawing with a tablet and then for some reason the thickness, like for a second, like when you first like tap it, the thickness goes really high and then suddenly it's back to normal?
Yeah, I have that a lot. I don't know if it's a problem with my tablet or with Fire Alpaca.
I don't know, this tablet is kind of old.
I mean, it could always be something just with the driver not being able to communicate.
Okay, now I keep getting frustrated about this lizard because I keep trying to redraw him and it's just coming out worse and worse. Zing!
Are you redrawing him in a different pose for some reason?
No, I think I'm just gonna have to
Redrawing?
redraw on, like, I'm just gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to do the thing where I desaturate the sketch and then make a new layer and draw on top of
See,
him.
most people just make it lighter like I'm doing right now. And then you get to have the essence of your sketch
Yeah.
as guidance for your final lines. Just about 3 minutes left. We'll do one last share and call it a day.
Yeah. Man, I'm just looking at this guy that I'm trying to line, and I see like the way his horns. Never mind, the story isn't funny.
Okay, who did I steal from today?
Let's take a look here. Video. Hey, he's looking pretty good.
I stole from you.
Oh, the arrows in the quill?
No, that big wide mouth.
Oh,
All
that
of
big
mine
wide
had
mouth.
little,
Got it.
little tiny pointy noses, and I looked at yours and went, "Oh, that's no fun. I want a big old
I like his
mouth."
feet too, how you gave him the little pads like a gecko.
Yeah, that's how I solved my foot problem. I didn't want him to look like a bird, so he looks like a gecko.
Oh,
A
very nice.
gecko with spikes. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Wait, can you show again, please?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Can you see him?
I like his little treasure map tucked in his belt too.
Oh yeah. I guess I could write map on it to just help those who haven't read the notes. Crossbow.
Yeah, I like the
simple,
crossbow too. I think you're the only one that's doing a crossbow. I don't know if Mickey decided to do a crossbow or not.
Yeah.
Mickey.
Oh yeah. Hey.
What do you got for us?
Okay, hold on. I'll do the thing. I'm currently working on the sketches, and it's like, ugh, not good. But
You get his body down though, like the spikes on his head.
Yeah, he's got like a double row of spikes. going back. I like that.
Whoops, that's not it.
Oh, there he is twice.
Yeah, I'm just currently trying to figure out his whole deal.
Cool. You got till next week.
Yep,
Clothes,
okay.
weapons. Of course, we know his weapon, so that helped. You have to
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh, my legs.
And this was the last of the heroes. So next week we'll draw our first.
Oh, he's a hero?
First rival.
Wait, the lizard dude is a hero?
And
Yeah.
mine he is. Mine he's a good guy.
If he goes bad in yours,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, you know how it's like Jack Sparrow kind of changes sides every once in a while? I feel like
Well,
he's
whoever's got the best deal.
yeah, like
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
King's offering him the best deal, so he's a good guy.
He can be bought.
Yeah, okay.
I suppose somebody could say, hey, I've got a ship, let's go get that treasure.
Right, yeah.
I happen to be free. Okay, well, what fun.
Excellent job,
I
everyone.
love this class. It's so much fun. Even if it's just a few of us, we're
Yeah.
getting so much done.
Yeah, it's fun to see them just accumulate, and then you go, "Hey, this is really fun seeing them all together." Yeah.
And they're all the same and they're all different. It isn't just copying. A lot of times we do just sort of copy you, and that's good. We learn, but it's kind of fun to branch out.
Yeah, branch out and do your own thing. Excellent. Well, I will see you guys all next week then. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Okie dokie.